We're back with Pokemon Unite. This is, of course, from the Japanese beta that happened back in June. I don't know where this is going to upload and on what channel right now. I run several YouTube channels, so I don't know. But this was my first time playing an actual real game. It was after the tutorial, so I did all of the basic tutorials that allow you to play, the minimum amount required. You probably see from the start, of course, we're Gossifleur, so we're playing Eldegoss as our character. I love support classes in most games. I think in this game I might actually prefer to be an attacker. I'm not sure, but playing support was actually really fun still too, so you know, I could probably be some kind of hybrid of them. Anyway, starting out, of course, obviously you want to try to get all these creeps, the neutral, you could call them like neutral enemies, but essentially Pokemon all over the map, and so mostly Apom right here at the beginning, and I actually don't mind kind of following or being followed by, for instance, the Snorlax and the Absol right here in the beginning. Some people really want to branch out solo when the match starts, you know, they want to try to gain as much experience as possible and become a carry in the later half of the game. Totally fine, but I'm much more like team oriented. I'm fine with us sort of all gaining the experience together. We're gonna get through a lot of enemies faster, and in case something like this happens where you see, of course, the opposing teams, our opponent has we got Slowpoke up there as well as Pikachu, we can gang up on them hardcore, and look at this, we even have Ghastly up in the mix, so it's like we all just sort of devastated the opponents right there because way outnumbering them, but also I think they were sort of caught in a little bit of foolishness. We're gonna see some of that probably when the game first comes out worldwide as well. You know, I think there are going to be some people that just maybe don't know about MOBAs in general or don't really know the mechanics of this game, obviously, right? Hopefully they've been watching some of my videos or some of the other people around here. We are level 4, which means that we have now evolved to Eldegoss. Being that this was my first match and we're sort of recording over this in post and commentating over it, you know, after the fact, I can obviously see certain mistakes that I make and weird behavior, like one of them was running to that berry when I didn't even need it. You know, I didn't realize what they were for. I thought like, hey, is that going to give me experience, speed, or health? And it is, it's health. So that's what those berries are for. They're going to give you a decent chunk of health. Don't rely on them, of course, but anyway, I'm here just gathering a little bit more. We're farming a little bit more XP right now, and I'm back with my friends, Snorlax and Absol. Dude, that is a deadly combo, man, because Snorlax is going to take all the hits. You know, it's a great defender. Very powerful, too. I mean, it can get some kills and things. Here I am being a little bit foolish again as my first time playing. Didn't realize, of course, when you get over into their half, you can actually see some orange on the ground right there where it starts. There is going to be this slowing aura, and I'm obviously very visible to the opponent, being that there's that eye icon right there above me. But this was actually to my credit right here. I did see that there was Pikachu in the top middle of the map, and that's, of course, the opposing Pikachu. And I've got my Absol teammate right here, right nearby. I probably could have one-on-one that Pikachu. He was being a little bit foolish, but it was much better that Absol just came in, gave me some help. I had the healing ready with ZR, and yeah, so Eldegoss also, it's not as weak as it might seem, honestly. Like, it's a decent attacker, too. You know, obviously not going to stack up to, like, Absol, Greninja, and Lucario, and all of them, but I'm just saying, it can hold its own. And in comes Snorlax right here. Probably should give him a little bit of healing, right? Heal my team up. So that's fine. We're doing pretty decent. You know, I've got 10 points stacked up right here, so it looks like I'm going to go to that second goal. We've already busted down the first goal. For people that still don't really know about the game and stuff, I may not explain this every commentary, but you can obviously see that the goals have 100 points stacked in them. Gotta say all this as we have the opposing Pikachu coming after me, man. Look at that. And then he's going to throw down Electro Ball and all this stuff on me, but I'm backed up by Snorlax, man. I trust in my Snorlax, homie. Look at him, and he's going after Slowbro, of course. I just narrowly avoid a little bit of danger right there. Snorlax gonna have to take a power nap right there. That's its ultimate. Gives it health, but also deals damage to people all around, sort of in an area of effect. I did not realize, like, hey man, Snorlax is gonna bounce out of here. I probably should have known, but again, this was my first battle ever in this game. Just past the tutorials, but it looks like we did all make it out alive, and this Slowbro getting a little bit overzealous, man, overstepping it, you know, because it looks like we can actually, there was a little bit of lag there, but we can actually get the better of it. So look at this, Snorlax all healed up. I'm hitting it blammo with my ranged attacks. Can reach it right there, and so we did. I got the KO. It was very, very nice, but I'm so sorry. I seem to, of course, have diverted from my original point of what I was talking about. Basically, you know, all of your goals do have 100 on them. Each one of the goals, yours and the opponent's. And you can see in the bottom middle, right above that, like purple and white and orange ball. Again, I still don't know the names of those because this is the Japanese beta. I'm sure by the time this video uploads, maybe we will know. But that's where your points are. It's either from defeating opponents or neutral enemies. Do we call them that? NPC creeps? Oh man, this Talonflame doesn't want any of it. Not today, man. Boom! And I guess because that was my Rotom right there that we just freed, that Rotom actually got the KO for me. And it seems that Rotom was mine, I guess. So that was actually a very nice little turn of events right there. Again, me being a little bit new to all of this in this match, I didn't know all of the best practices and whatnot, but honestly holding my own against everybody. And so, of course, here's a good demonstration of the points and everything that I was talking about is like now we're down to 48 out of 100. When you drop in those points, your score, again, like I was saying, was in the bottom middle, and your objective is obviously to break all of the enemy goals, or just by the time that the match ends, have more points than the other team. It means that you've dropped them off at the goals and gotten the points for it, and so we're doing pretty good right now. The Absol in trouble, so I'm going to just kind of support it and run a little bit, but, you know, do some damage right here, distract this Slowbro, and it's trying to pull me in, man. It's doing some craziness. I was like, I probably can't stack up to it solo, so let's try to get back here to our base. It is a little bit, again, kind of daring. This Slowbro, I think, needs to realize when it should be backing off and when it should be attacking, and so then Talonflame does come to its rescue, so I'm not going to go ahead and try to chase that, obviously, right? So it's probably clear that what you're seeing right now is your own goals. So like right here, we're the purple team. I think you're pretty much always purple and the other team's always orange, but I could be wrong. I've only played 3 games at the time of this recording. All of my commentary will improve as we sort of find out everything about this game and learn the ins and outs. But, so as I was saying though, if you're at the purple goals, you are going to restore some health when you stand on it, and you do move faster. So probably follows a lot of that Dota 2 League of Legends style MOBA stuff, so if you guys are familiar with those games, you are going to have, I would say, a leg up. But this game is also accessible to other people too. I think that after you play a good, like, 2 matches and do the tutorial, if you've never played a MOBA, you might actually be able to hold your own sometimes as the game first comes out. Once people get really good at this, then that might be a different story, right? So my Eldegoss now level 9 right here. We are making good pushes. We have totally taken the top lane hardcore, man. See, I'm going to drop in some points, not that many, but I mean, we got 4 extra right there as the Absol also dropped in, and so Absol going absolutely nuts. We got a Talonflame right here. We're getting the jump on him. So my thought right here, again, a little bit of beginnerness, but it was fine. My thought was to be safer because I'm the healer, and so I was like, maybe if I can hide behind this wall, I can still heal the Absol, but I can also still be doing damage. And then I didn't realize, like, hey, I mean, it's obviously gonna move back. Like, that probably wasn't the smartest move, but I mean, I still did my part, right? Charizard trying to gang up on my friend here, the Snorlax. Boom, I'm gonna do my ult. I didn't really know all about what it was really gonna do, but it was okay. Still got Snorlax free from its clutches and all of that stuff, and so we're doing okay. You know, I just fed a few attacks to it as well. This Charizard now might be in trouble, man. Look at that. Again, you don't want to get, like, overzealous and overconfident, because if you just, like, rush in there, I mean, that was pretty foolish, because we had both of us, and I'm a healer. It's like, you know, are you gonna really stack up as a Charizard level 11 only by yourself, and then against me and Snorlax, the healer and a defender? You'd have to have some pretty massive plays there. And so we got Talonflame coming to approach us, but again, I don't know what these people are thinking, because, you know, you can see that there's 2 of my allies, the Absol and Snorlax combo up there. I love hanging out with them, man. Again, they're a good team, but they were getting the Rotom up top, which we did. Seems when you, of course, defeat the Rotom, it goes and, like, kind of advances forward for you, and it's gonna get you some more points and everything. And as you saw earlier, I got the points for the KO, you know, when the Rotom got it, so whoever does defeat that Rotom can get some points out of it too, some KO experience and points. So this maybe one of the last things we'll probably talk about, since the match, I'm sure, is gonna end pretty soon. We've got about a minute or 2. Oh no, we got a minute 30, I see at the top middle, but the Zapdos in the middle, so that is your legendary encounter, of course, and Zapdos sort of acts like Roshan, if you guys ever played Dota 2, but it's essentially a very powerful legendary. It's a very powerful sort of neutral enemy. You know, it doesn't play for either side, but if you defeat it, lots of experience, lots of other perks and things like that. I'm gonna get caught, like, way in the problems I sort of spoke about their team, you know, so this time it's my fault, and I make a mistake right here, not knowing the game very well. Being my first match, I didn't really stick to the grass, but I also didn't go to the top first off. And so it is going to be the burn that kills me. You know, Charizard didn't even have to chase after me any further than that, because it was absolutely that burn damage, as I just had, like, a little bit of health. Not that much left, man. But I'm hoping that Absol is going to get that KO, because it got the jump on him, and then Charizard actually ends up KOing the Absol. So that Charizard on their team actually being a little bit impressive here in the later game. Not sure if it's going to save him, though. I mean, look at this. We still have all the goals on him. You can tell because, of course, the top side, we broke in goal number 1 and 2 at the top. And just in case anybody was wondering, you know, it might just be like a little FAQ here, Q&A, but there are going to be other arenas, and so I think this one was remote. As you know, it's REMOAT is how they spell it, but the remote island or remote arena. Essentially, this one sort of set up, I think, very typical in the MOBA universe. We've got the goals on either side. It's sort of like if you're on the top, it's like the same layout as the bottom almost, and then there's a middle that has something different. And so I'm going to go ahead and drop some points here in goal number 1 at the bottom, which is almost gone, and I think that Gengar is probably going to take it. I'm not going to stick around to find out. We're just sort of finishing out these last few seconds. Then I saw Charizard was there, but it's all right. We're, game set and match, you guys. So look at this. A little bit closer than the last video that I uploaded, but we still dominated. I mean, did you see that? We ended up knocking out their goalpost. Did they even knock out one of ours? It went by a little bit too fast for me to see just now. But that's going to give me the crown as well on our team right here. You can see me at the top. It's 79 points on there overall. 5 KOs as a support. I mean, we, again, might have had a lot of beginners on our team. I'm not going to say, like, that I'm super amazing or anything, but that was my first match ever. So maybe look out for me in the future when I get more experience in this. Game releases on Switch in July, mobile in September. If you got end-screen annotations on, feel free to click one to see another video. And so I'll catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.